David Moorcroft is going to be our host for this evening. He is going to, with our Chancellor, induct our new Hall of Famers, as I call them, and they will become part of that long tradition of sporting excellence that I know we all in this room are particularly proud of.
It is a real privilege to be here. It's a privilege to be back at Loughborough. I always get that wonderful feeling when I come onto campus, and it brings back so many treasured memories, and many people in here are part of those wonderful memories. And the London 2012 Olympics and Paralympic Games were the greatest ever Olympic and Paralympic Games, and that was without a shadow of a doubt. And the institution, over 100 years, that contributed most to that success was Loughborough. And I don't think there's any institution in the world could make that claim, nor could they make that claim against an Olympics and Paralympics that was the greatest ever.
Folks, really, genuinely, I was really surprised to be nominated for this, and very honoured and absolutely humbled to be here to doing this, really. They just said I was the first full-time coach of any sport appointed here at Loughborough, which was a really watershed moment. And obviously in the past, the tradition in sport at Loughborough goes way back. Guys, I really appreciate the support that I get from everybody that's been involved in Loughborough sport, and I'm just in the bubble, I can't leave it, and I'm still here.
So, I mean, there's so many people to thank whilst I was here as a student, just all the lecturers and the tutors and people who helped me to put exams back so I could compete at Commonwealth Games and graduate at different times of the year. The flexibility was just amazing. The fact that we as a university and I could have a part to play in that as a coach has changed somebody's life so dramatically. Is something that will be one of my proudest achievements.
I feel extremely proud and honoured to be inducted alongside you all, as well as such sporting greats as Lord Sebastian Coe, Dr. David Moorcroft, Baroness Tanni Gray-Thompson and Paula Radcliffe, to name but a few. Lastly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Loughborough University for allowing me to combine both my studies and my sporting success as well.
George, you've coached for longer than you would probably care for me to discuss tonight. You've been the driving force behind the Loughborough International meeting, which we were discussing earlier with Frank. Over that time, you have worked with some 80 internationals, including myself and Jack Buckner, who I know is also in the room and had an influence on the career of David as well, and so many others. You've also worked as Loughborough University's lead endurance coach, and your latest set of accomplishments was to actually reimagine the Loughborough Cross Country Club, which is close to my heart. You continue to guide and inspire in equal measure.
In the production process of high quality athletes striving for world levels, Olympic levels, that a whole lot of it is about the personal development of the individual. Not just teaching them to run faster. There's many attributes that contribute, and I keep driving people to try to work on all of these areas with a view to making sure that in 3 years' time and 5 years' time, when they're actually better runners and they can produce bigger forces and run for longer and run faster, all the other qualities that they've got have actually been developed to the extent where they're not going to fall apart because of some other deficiencies.